Right, okay, so first of all, we'll talk about what happened in the beginning, why we made a change in the first place. So Connor, how was Connor?
Well, at first he was just so distressed, wasn't he? He'd be coming into school, crying, spending a lot of time in the sensory room. He'd be coming home saying that, you know, he was stupid, he didn't want to be here no more, he didn't want, you know, and it just got to the point where seeing him so upset, it was upsetting me, and you know, I was coming into the school, and you know, it come to a point where you felt like you wasn't I wasn't actually getting anywhere with the school, because you know, he had to be integrated, he had to do these things, and you know, it just wasn't working. But as I said, since this,
we had a meeting.
Yeah, we had the meeting and we did his likes and dislikes. That seemed to, at least it showed him that we was trying, because you know, he would say to me that I didn't understand. And you know, I'm his mum, I did understand, but it was just, you know, the way.
Couldn't do anything about it.
He just couldn't. So with him actually seeing the likes and dislikes on the board, it made a huge difference for him and for me, because he could actually see what was going on. And
what's working, didn't we, and what's not working, and then worked on what wasn't working.
Yeah, that's it.
And then how long was it? We had another meeting.
It was probably about another 4 weeks, wasn't it? As I
we
said,
had another meeting.
Yeah.
Did the same again.
That's it. And as I said, now, as I said, with him doing all the stuff that, you know, he's much happier. That at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is if he's happy.
Yeah. And he goes on his tiptoes, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He likes to pace around on his tiptoes, doing his hands, and you know, because we lost that little boy for a while, and it just, you know. But as I said, now he's got more confidence, and as I say, the project work that he's doing, that's absolutely brilliant.
This project, for science, history, things he's excited about.
That's it. And so the main bit with the mainstream, he just couldn't cope with it. And at least now he's doing work, he is learning, but he's also happy as well. So that's the main.
Brilliant. You were telling me earlier that your other son is in a different school, and it's a different situation there.
Yeah. At the moment, he's going through an assessment, and we're going to have a 3D review next week. What it is the school that he's in at the moment, he's not coping either. He'll be going into school crying, and I just think this thing with his likes and dislikes, because he's quite similar to Connor in some ways. If one thing's bad happened within the week, every single day in the week is bad. So he's gone in school this morning crying and upset, and you know, saying horrible things because he doesn't want to be there. You know, it's, as I say, and I'm just wondering if this sort of thing that's being done with Connor would make a difference for him, where he could actually see, you know.
And does it help knowing that, you know, that you ring me sometimes, or you ring and speak to, does it help knowing that you are able to just ring whenever you want and speak to someone?
Yes, a great deal, because it's just, I don't know, you do feel sort of like alone, and when you're trying to get, you know, things right for your children, and that school's always there, but it's nice just to have somebody to talk to that gets it, you know. Makes a big difference.
You know, what's been, you know, the thing that you've been most pleased about in having key worker support?
Basically, it's just having somebody to talk, you know, somebody to talk to, and somebody that, you know, understands.
I think sometimes,
and relates.
I think sometimes, even if some things have happened immediately, some things have taken time to happen, but I think, like you said, knowing that I do understand what you're saying, I am going to do something about it, and it's just finding the right way to do something about it for Connor within a school setting. And I think knowing, so many parents have said, knowing that someone could just listen when I ring, rather than getting through to the office, not being able to get through, hopefully has helped a lot, you know.
I really do think it's made a big difference. So I remember the day when we got in and we'd sort of done the other likes and dislikes, and then they showed him his new his own like personal timetable where he's got the project. He was so excited about that.
And I think we talked earlier to me saying that Connor is a very black and white kind of pupil. So if he's had a little bit of a bad morning, his whole day is upset. And there's nothing minor that happens to Connor.
No.
Everything is major, isn't it? Yeah. So we said, if we just, Connor said, I want to go in this particular class, and we just allowed him to go in this particular class without reason, then he might change his mind at a further date. But what we did is looked at individual aspects of why he wanted to move, what was wrong with the lessons he was in now, all of those things. And then we changed them bit at a time.
Down to tight, you know, little bits that seem so simple to us.
Yeah.
Like for Connor with PE, it's because he couldn't understand why they'd stand out there in the cold. You know,
Yeah.
like, do you remember?
So a little change
just,
where he could wear joggers instead of shorts.
just, you know, simple things, and then he could see that we're actually doing something rather than just saying, "Oh, I'll speak to," you know, I'll speak to the member of staff. It has.
And because, like you said, like we said earlier, Connor's never anything little, so for him being cold at PE was huge.
Yeah.
And it was worrying him and it stressed him out. Whereas for us, we might think, oh, we're cold and that would be that.
That's it, just jump around a little, you'll be fine. But for him,
And permanently,
yeah.
if you think you've got big issues and people don't listen to you all the time, that must be really upsetting.
Yeah.
So it's lovely for him, and he literally is on tiptoes the majority of the time, which is lovely.
Yeah. You know that he's happy and he's content when he's pacing.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see he paces in at the room, he's a happy boy.
Yeah.